Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? Hey, so if you watched the other video, you might know that this ended off on this screen, and now you're here. Hi, my name's IncogM. It is late at night, so I'm recording this now, just so I can have it peace of mind. I might re-record this. You may never see this version, but I want to give you an in-depth analysis on the team that we're bringing versus Jakib and his Baltimore Bergmites for the PDL. Once again, I'm your coach IncogM of the Backs to the Future, and this is week 1. So really quickly, let's go over a few things that I think are more important. Terra captains are on screen. If you're an audio listener, then listen up. Espathra is Terra Psychic, Electric, and Fighting on my team, while Jakib has Ursaluna Blood Moon as Terra Normal, Ghost, and Poison, and Purple Pass is Steel, Ghost, and Fighting. I don't really care for Purple Pass here, but given that I still have to technically prep for it, it is technically something I have to talk about. But my team, if you are not watching it or instead listening, is Espathra, Darkrai, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Gliscor, Pecharunt, Azumarill, Fortress, Electros, and Morgrim. Jakib's team is Ursaluna Blood Moon, Baxcalibur, Corviknight, Slowking, Thundurus Incarnate, Grimmsnarl, Entei, Purple Pass, and Muk. Going over this matchup is a really easy one for me, I feel like, but this is still a game where you have to be worried 100% of the time. Unfortunately, there will be a timestamp on screen and in the description if you do feel the need to skip ahead and just watch the battle, which is fine. I don't mind. This is for certain people who want to listen to it, and I get it. Alright, so off the dome, we're probably seeing Ursaluna, Baxcalibur, and Slowking. And then the next 3 can be literally anything, but I feel Thundurus, Grimmsnarl, and to some extent like Purple Pass or Muk. Entei's good here, but with double water and a mon that you would like to not have, a mon that you want burned but will probably protect in front of you in Gliscor. It feels weird to bring Entei here. I mean, it's a great like physical threat, I guess you would say, but when you're fighting something with base 160 defense and Pecharunt, Azumarill and Urshifu who can just crit through you, and Azumarill, unless you're Pasho Berry and I'm not Choice Band, Aqua Jet can almost damn near one-tap you, or just do a lot of damage. But Entei is definitely a Pokemon I can see coming. Now, you're probably wondering, you said Corviknight was on this team, and the only reason I didn't say Corviknight is coming, Terra Electric Espathra and Electros are possibilities this game. Spoiler alert, one of those is coming. And also, it would just be very overwhelmed defensively, I feel like, this game as well. There's so much that you have to concern yourself about. And that, to me, is harder to deal with. So, by that extension, we are going to just imagine that Corviknight isn't even fucking there. If it does show up, that means something else important doesn't show up, which is amazing. Let's talk about Jakib's team. Jakib's team is interesting because I really like the snow mode that's there, but I also do enjoy that, technically speaking, while it does also have Trick Room, its Trick Room mode is only necessary as a latch ditch effort. I do imagine that could come this game where it's Ursaluna and Slowking and wanting to use Purple Pass week 1 with like Muk T-Spikes, or just Muk in general with like Curse and like bringing Corviknight in like a bulk up or a screen setting Grimmsnarl. I can definitely see something like that happening, but I feel like that has less merit. When you look at my team, it's impressively, it's not like fast, but it's not exactly slow. It's really in that middling tier of like, oh, it's right there. It's okay. So, well, I don't imagine that something like that will be the first thing Jakib thinks of. I think that it is an interesting concept to put together. Now, for your boy, on my side, you're definitely not seeing Morgrim. We're definitely not bringing Fortress either. Fortress was definitely a 7th member sort of vibe, but it's unfortunate, but somebody got a fry. And then it was really just between Electros and Gliscor, and I'm gonna keep it honest, I'm not bringing Electros here. I feel like Electros, while it is good here, or like sustainable, it feels like to me that we have to play immediate offense, and Electros, well, it does give me that sometimes, depends on the Pokemon in front of it too much, and in my opinion, Just because I can Volt Switch, and just because I can attack doesn't always mean I should attack, and sometimes I kind of trap myself into a way of thinking about this, so I have to be careful. So we're bringing the top 6. Who would have guessed? They're our strongest mons, so why not? Alright, I call the different versions of my team like 0.8 and 0. Whatever, because sometimes you don't think of a team as quickly as you'd like to. But 0.9, this is basically a 1.0 team. I thought we might make some other switches. I haven't heard too much from our front office, because we were focusing on another match that was happening the same week, but again, happens, and also, you know, if we change something, there will be an addendum, so don't worry about that. So we have Birdie Wing, Urshofu, Dark Rice, Mochi, Kool-Aid, and Glizz. You might notice from the like draft analysis that I said none of them, or not a lot of them, would be named after the images that I showed. I'm a fucking liar. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk about this the way that I built this. I like to think of it as easier method to really show my train of thought. So let's start there. First and foremost, we all knew kind of like these 3 were coming: Darkrai, Espathra, and Urshifu for Rapid Strike. But more than anything else, I feel like Pecharunt was a really easy gimme this game. Basically, if you're unaware, get it? Pecharunt is 88 speed, and Baxcalibur is 87, so we can automatically just be faster no matter what's gonna happen. It doesn't fucking matter. The Mon will get outpaced. Which actually brings up another good point that I'm glad that I got to look at here. Because I didn't gen this team yet. Of course, it is quite a few days before the battle. Espathra speed ties, so that's a problem. Do we want that? No, we don't want it. We really don't want that. I'm sorry to do this, but you're watching this part of the video for a reason, honestly, so let me just scroll back up to where I was. Hold on. Let's see. Nope, that is not the right one. I'm gonna keep scrolling up. Give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, so I know for sure that this was Cherry's idea. Shout out to Cherry, shout out to Sandy, shout out to Baldy, shout out to Pat, and Ben's not really in there that much anymore, but shout out to him as well. He used to. Yeah, no, we definitely need to. I'm glad that I looked at this while still in a good mind state, if you will. Reduce that to 144 and then make that 220. So now we outpace Baxcalibur, which is important. But regardless, we outpace Baxcalibur with Pecharunt or Scarf. Essentially, I'm going to call his bluff. I'm going to say Corviknight doesn't show up. Let's just be honest. And you're not running Parting Shot Thundurus. Let's be honest. Defiant Thundurus. Let's be honest. If you are, good for you. Honestly, that would be extremely good prep. But I'm going to assume that you're not doing that. You're going to be Prankster. Or you might not bring it. I don't know. And Entei doesn't really... It does damage, of course, but not as much as we would like to. So what we do is we have Pecharunt, Scarf. Only real Mon that really doesn't care is like Corviknight and Probopass. And I mentioned Corviknight exclusively because it's a Steel Flying type with Mirror Armor, so it would be advantageous to bring it against this Mon. But, in response, I could just Shadow Ball it. I'm fully expecting Spadef Corviknight for Espathra, or a more Spadef, more than likely, Grimmsnarl, which is why why our Terra is important here. And my throat keeps getting... I have to keep coughing. Regardless, Pecharunt does a lot, and Parting Shots, and has Malignant Chain and Shadow Ball and Foul Play. Pretty straightforward set. And there's really not much that needs to be said about this, honestly. It hits the team really well, and overall, like Muck, Probopass, Corviknight, you know what I mean? And whichever one or two don't show up, or even all three, the better, you know? And I guess if Ursaluna's like Terra Poison, but we're fully expecting Terra Normal this game or Terra Ghost, both of which are fucked up. If it's Terra Poison, amen. I guess. I think Espathra will go over now because at least we can talk about this more decently. Terra Electric, Terra Blast, Lumina Crash, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam. Cherry basically was like, hey, this Pokemon wins. And we were Mental Herb, but now we are Clear Amulet. Can't get Parting Shotted. If we Terra versus Grimmsnarl, we cannot be paralyzed because we'll be an Electric type. And, get up a Calm Mind and then Dazzling Gleam it. Hey, man, if we get up 2 Calm Minds and then it goes for, like, Parting Shot just to see, it would be very funny to win the game outright with this Mon early on, just so I can be like, look at that. Look at God. You know what I mean? Be very funny. And we can, for sure, do that. With Lumina Crash, we're lowering Spadef guaranteed, so nothing really wants to come in on this. Nothing wants to fight this, and Terra Electric is phenomenal this game. So that's Espathra, basically, in a nutshell, if you will. We were Mental Herb for like Taunt and stuff, but I think Clear Amulet makes more sense because a lot of at least one of these Mons, being Grimmsnarl, would like to go for Parting Shot and get out the situation after hitting us or doing something. Now, to be fair, Spirit Break and other moves will do damage. Spirit Break won't be able to lower because Clear Amulet, of course, on the special attack there, but otherwise, a well-crafted set by Cherry, and I'm pretty sure help from Sandy. Cherry also made Urshifu and Darkrai, but we'll do Urshifu first. Punching Glove. I think he just said Punching Glove and then the moves. I kind of messed around with the EVs here. Again, speed for Baxcalibur. We don't need speed for Entei if we're not going to be beating it. And number 2, on that front, Surging Strikes, crits, and we have SD. So if we do get burned, we'll be fine. But otherwise, Urshifu is here to tear apart this team. At +2, Thunder Punch does a fuck ton to Slowking if it is not physically defensive. Even if it is, we 2 KO it, which is fine. And 220 special defense is mostly because it's like, well, we have to take a hit that we don't want to take necessarily. We can. Nothing from like Ursaluna or like Thundurus, but like Slowking maybe. If it goes for like Psyshock, it'll still do a lot. But I mean, we take a Volt Switch from Boots Thundurus, and we don't want to do that. But it's okay. We don't have to. We have the team to not do that with. But really dope Pokemon. It can clean up an endgame where something like Thundurus isn't there, and we get off an SD, so that's very important. And just being able to crit with Surging Strikes is fucking phenomenal. Oh, and Punching Glove, because we want to avoid Rocky Helmet Slowking, and, Rocky Helmet Muck, and also Probopass potentially if it's going to be like Terra Steel purely, or even just Terra Ghost to avoid our fighting end type attacks, and even like Rocky Helmet Corviknight. So that's really dope. And we have all punching moves, so that's good. Darkrai, Cherry definitely came up with this one because Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb, and Substitute. I could have thought of something like that, but I wasn't. And I would specifically Modest because we don't need to necessarily outpace Thundurus because it can't Thunder Wave us because we're a Dark type and all that kind of jazz. And it's really not doing too much to us, honestly, besides electric moves. We summon something like Slowking, Grimmsnarl, unless it's going to go straight for Spirit Break. Maybe it's something switching in. And then behind a sub with Expert Belt, we hit the team for the cycle, and that's really all you need. Obviously, Ursaluna can Hyper Voice and do that to us while behind her sub, but otherwise, this amount hurts. Focus Blast can one-shot Baxcalibur, Ursaluna non-choppable, and really non-bulky. Sludge Bomb can OHKO most Grimmsnarls of the non-Spadef, and Dark Pulse does a grilling to everything else that is not mentioned. So that's nice. And realistically, I mean, we don't need Hypnosis ever, and if we do run it, believe me, we'll be running Blunder Policy. You heard it here first. Which means we'll be up to some bullshit. Azumarill, aka Mochi, shout out to my friend NB. This is one of those sets where you throw something together, you're not too sure if it makes sense to you still, and then you relook at it and you're like, huh, wow, I didn't think that I could do something like this. So let me go over this. Azumarill hits 50 speed. Okay? Just keep that in mind here. 50 speed. And for something like a je ne sais quoi, a Corviknight hits 170. At minimum, at base 67. With 12 speed IVs, that is 173, so hit 174. Pretty easy stuff. Nobody's going to say that that isn't simple. But the fact that I'm able to do that with such little speed and still have enough for some defense and I can go adamant is nuts. We're Lumberry for Thunder Waves and also T-Spikes if they get up somehow in Mucks here. At least will heal immediately. And Burns from Entei. And I don't know if Slowking gets Scald. If it doesn't, cool. If it does, it's good for that. Pretty easy set. This is also a good way to stop Excalibur in its tracks. Iron Head won't kill us in one shot. It'll kill us in two if it's +1, and I'm pretty sure even if it's not +1. And we kill it with Play Rough. Obviously, Brick Break is here for Grimmsnarl only, and realistically, I was very tempted to run Belly Drum. Be very glad I didn't. I don't think that set is good here, and this doesn't even get SD, so we would have definitely ran Belly Drum, but I was told not to, and that's very important. You always got to have people in your corner telling you not to make bad decisions. Or you don't, up to you. Last but certainly not least is Gliscor. This is one of those mons where you look at it, and you're like, okay, so, alright. Here's the problem with this Pokemon. Here's the thing. We can SD into this team, and we have Fire Fang because I have to be able to hit Corv. I can't hit Corv, hey man, GG's. And I really need it for me personally. Just me. Ice Shard will obviously do a Grillion to us, but honestly, who fucking cares? Or maybe you care. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know you're a fucking milk to cereal ratio guy. But in case it doesn't, for some reason, we can hit it with Facade. We can hit it with Earthquake after a +2, you know, do some shit. This team folds. It very much can fold to this mon as well. And the really important part here is to get this on a switch-in attempt. Do not just lead it or throw it in there to die or some shit. You know, get it in on a Thundurus going for an obvious Volt Switch or something else of that nature. You know, do something, you know what I mean? Because Gliscor does really well here if we get some shit off, especially after an SD. So potentially our leads are looking like Kool-Aid and Mochi. Mochi hits the hardest on my team potentially, and would be very funny. We can also lead Darkrai. Now, if I see Probopass or Muck, I'm probably leading Darkrai. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. Probopass, while scary, has 3 Terras that are not the best here, per se. Steel's good. I like it, but Focus Blast from us here, and also you're fighting a fighting type. I think Ghost is more than likely on Probopass, even on Ursaluna at that point. And that's fine if I didn't have a Darkrai. So, normal on Ursaluna, potentially fighting for like Body Press and Probopass, but then again, how do you fight Gliscor at that point? I might not be able to fight you for much longer, maybe, but how do you fight Gliscor? Hell, how do you fight Pecharon at that point? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different ways that my opponent can go, but I think it's Ursaluna, Baxcalibur, Slowking, Thundurus, Grimmsnarl. And you know what? I'll say Entei or Muck. Those two are looking kind of nice here. I think it's Entei though. I think this is going to be one of those chilly reception / Trick Room-ish games where we're going to see screens go up. We're going to see Thundurus maybe as an end game cleaner with Nasty Plot. We might see DD Baxcalibur. It's probably going to be a lot of setting up to set up the offense. And for us, we have to be on the receiving end of playing that, so we have to go out and just play straight down the middle offense. This week's going to be a lot of learning on what not to do at a stop sign. And Dark Rice, Kool-Aid, Mochi, Glizz, Urshifu, and Birdie Wing hopefully will lead us to a week 1 victory in the PDL. But if, you know, you skipped all the way through or you decided to actually listen to this, thank you. And let's get right into the battle. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Draft League video. If you didn't watch the Teambuilder, then you're a goober. Anyways, we're fighting Jakib. Wow, Corviknight's here. Okay, that's really funny. LOL. Entei's here, no muck. So we basically got top 6, I'm pretty sure. Which is unironically like the best case scenario for us. Baxcalibur's not here. Actually, that's phenomenal. Hold on. That's actually good as shit. This is good because what we do see is a Grimmsnarl lead. We could just off the dome piece go for Darkrai, which is what I'm gonna go with. I was thinking we could go with like Petron or something else, but I don't want to get T-waved. So we're gonna lead off with Joaquin and just go from there. Not really anything wants to take a hit after a sub goes up. And the only reason why I wasn't gonna lead it was because like Baxcalibur then sets up and then goes for Icicle Spear or Scale Shot. So this is actually phenomenal. So GLHF Chujiki, but let's go ahead and get right in there. But no Baxcalibur? I thought Baxcalibur ran our shit, honestly. Unova, that is thunderous. Okay. This is probably going to U-turn, honestly. Honestly, I want to go into Alucard and get off the Toxic Orb now, because then it's looking like Corviknight's going to come in. It might not expect Fire Fang from us, but then also, like, I don't know. How much does U-turn do from uninvested, just in case? Because I do have the team, I believe, plugged in. God, I hope I do. Avery, do we have it? Do we have it? We have the other league team plugged in. We got time. Refresh. I'm pretty sure we don't take more than like 40, but you never know with niggas, you know. Focus Blast can kill. Yeah, I'm just still gonna go for sub here. Oh, they're slower. Wait, they're slower. Huh? Are they modest? They must be modest, actually. That's actually kind of funny. All right, here comes that Pokemon we hate. So the terrors on this thing are normal, poison, and something else that I forgot. Ghost. It's not gonna be Ghost. I think we kind of assess it's not gonna be Ghost because, like, what are you doing? I kind of want to fire off Focus Blast here. Honestly, fuck it, we ball. Let's see if they're Terra Ghost. If they're Terra Ghost, that'd be actually kind of funny. But it could be Terra Poison, which is fine if they're Terra Poison here. They're Terra Normal, okay. That made 100% the most sense. They don't make them like Cherry, honestly, bro. I'm telling you right now. They don't make them like Cherry. Cherry was exactly right. Focus Blast blows them backwards. I'm telling you, this was the Pokemon that I was most excited to use besides this Pother, because I'm like, okay, Ursaluna Blood Moon. It has to come in and kill something. If it don't kill nothing, hey man, I'm killing something. I'm taking something with me, nigga. My team's extremely hard to prepper because it's all offense. Okay. I think this time we just go for Dark Pulse and get our shit off, or we can go into Gliscor. Do I need Darkrai? To prevent Grimmsnarl from doing bullshit? Yes. But on the other hand, yeah, I think just because we know that we got to play this a little bit safer, we're gonna go into Gliscor. I don't want them to think that they can just go ahead and go for their own Focus Blast or Thunderbolt. I don't want to get my Toxic Orb here at least. All right, we're gonna SD here. We're gonna start doing our shit. It has Taunt. Okay, that's fine. Taunt, U-turn, Thunderbolt. Like, you really don't have much else. Okay. Corviknight. That's a good one. Corviknight only takes 20 to 24 if it's max Fizz Def. Which is why we did this. I think I still just go for Fire Fang just to check damage. Like, I lose nothing doing that. Because even if it's Iron Defense Body Press, fuck around with an Espother one more time, or an Azumarill. Or actually just Pecharunt, honestly. Big boy. Slowking? Okay. Well, that at least tells him that we do have this, which is unfortunate. This is leftovers. Oh, eject button. Eject button? Is this to go into something else that will kill me? Because, you know me, man. I'm a bit confused. Maybe it was to prevent me from just going for U-turn outright, but now that you see that I have Fire Fang for your Corviknight, and I have SD, you better be IDBP. If you're not Iron Defense Body Press, then I don't really give a shit. Goblin. That's Grimmsnarl, okay. Grimmsnarl. Assuming this is like a more of a Fizz Def set, honestly, our Earthquakes and our Facades will do just about the same. And we can't get our SD off right now. And we can't really be status no more, but we can be parting shotted, I guess. If I go into Joaquin and we get off the Sludge Bomb on their light screen, it does 38.6 to 45.8 to like kinda Spidef-ish, like 248.80. I think I just stay in here. I don't think I'm really threatened by much. I'm gonna Earthquake. Okay, so they decide not to switch out. That is not Fizz Def at all. It goes for Play Rough and it misses. Okay, I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks. It do suck. Play Rough versus Gliscor does how much? 36.1 with no investment, so we could have done a little bit. But this is not Fizz Def. This is more Spidef, it seems like. Because we did like 60, I want to say. Yeah, that's like no Fizz Def at all. Maybe even like 55%. I'm going to go for SD on their parting shot. Oh, I called it? Oh, I called it like shit. Oh my god. They don't know. But I am cracked at this game. Big boy. As this motherfucker again. Skull doesn't kill us. Is Ice Beam? Ice Beam should. Ice Beam certainly will. Am I scared of that? Not crazy, right? If this is max Fizz Def, Earthquake does 41 to 49. Facade would be really funny. I want to SD again, but I don't think that's the right decision. Something tells me I should go into Petra Run, eat the Ice Beam, and then parting shot out. Something tells me to go into Petra Run here. I don't know what it is, but something tells me to go into Petra Run. Something's telling me just go hard Petra Run. What is he gonna do? Switch out? But I also want to just Earthquake because I'm not threatened. He hasn't shown me anything on this Mon realistically that would threaten me. Yeah, that's Fizz Def. That's Scald. Yeah, we live that, so that's good. Another Earthquake won't kill, unfortunately. But if we went for SD there, he would basically be willing to die. Well, no. If we went for another SD, it did 81 max. We need a crit here to kill him. Because that looks like it did just about 49. I kind of like Alucard here, though. Because Thundurus doesn't do fucking anything to us. So I'm kind of cool with keeping this. If they have Chilling Receptions or whatever, I don't want to get burned on several Mons. So we're going to go into Runts. Yeah, I should have just gone Petra and then parting shot it, honestly. It doesn't seem like they went for Chilling Reception because I think that goes off before I switch. 103 points of damage. That's range of no investment. Or do I just Shadow Ball? I mean, Grimmsnarl doesn't want to come in. It feels like Corviknight here. Yeah, I feel like I just go for Shadow Ball. What the fuck am I doing? Let's not play scared here. Yeah, we'll pick up a KO here. Good job by Petra. Because that might have given him the opportunity of a lifetime just to go for another attack. And you know what? I'm glad I just attacked what's in front of me. Let's just play it straight, Avery. Play it straight. That's dead, though. That's really good. Otherwise, I don't know. Fire God, that's Entei. Does Entei gets Crunch or something? I don't remember. Yeah, it does. Banded Crunch does 190 maximum. Spec Shadow Ball still does a good chunk. 51 to 60. I'm kind of over it. Yeah, I'm kind of over it at this point. Yeah, why not? Eruption. Wow. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. But we get a solid amount of damage off. And we draw Spidef. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. I'm gonna go win the game right now, honestly. I'm gonna just go fuck around and go win the fucking game. No, that's gonna do a Grillion. Ow. Ow. Why did I do this? LMFAO. Do I not get a speed boost on Switch? I don't think I do. I shouldn't have done that, and I should have just let Pecharunt go. But you know what? Honestly, let Pecharunt go now. I thought he was gonna Eruption again. I wasn't sure what the nigga was gonna do. You can blame me, but I wasn't sure what the nigga was gonna do. He might think right now that I'm Scarf instead of Specs. Okay, now he knows. NJ picks up that kill. That's fine. Honestly, I'm going hard Azu and just hitting the shit out of something, bro. I do not give a fuck about getting burned. And this is why we brought the Lumberry. Because I was like, well, this Pokemon could be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I lose nothing here because I'm not willing to get burned. I'm sorry, OG. That crit didn't matter because we are once again in a Zoom arrow, but, you know. Suspicion could be there. Oh, we purely die from Thunderbolt. That's very funny. If we had like any investment, it'd be a chance. He has clearly shown us he has nothing for Gliscor, so that's why we're going back into Gliscor. He's gonna go for Taunt or U-turn. Either way, we go for Facade here, no matter what. Because I don't want to get taunted. Truthfully, I could have doubled into Urshifu there, and he would have been Shimon from that day forward, but something tells me Corviknight is up. Oh, no, there it is. That's like a 10% right there. So that's Fizz Def like shit. Yeah, it's 10%. With Helmet, that's probably better for him. Do I go for SD here? What does he go for? Honestly, I have a lot of avenues to win here, so I'm gonna SD. Oh, that could do a little bit. Oh, we died. Oh, dang it. I didn't see how much recoil he took, but does Terra Blast just kill? No, it doesn't. Darn. But of all Pokemon to go for Brave Bird that turn, it would be you. But we died to that, unfortunately, through that. Oh, we're Punching Glove. Hold on. Brave Bird won't kill us. If we SD and get off our Thunder Punch, we should be able to kill. I'm making this game close out of all the games I'm playing, which is really interesting to me. Yeah, we'll just go Darkrai. I think let's save what we have. Don't show off all of everything, but Darkrai should be able to pick up this KO if we can get a flinch. And also, like, Brave Bird doesn't kill us. U-turn only does 39. We'll be fine. And I don't really mind if, like, what's the nigga's name? Grimmsnarl comes in because we're Sludge Bob. Hey, it's not Haxu if you call it, but I'm gonna call it how I see it. That was hilarious. So how y'all doing today, man? Y'all like the new drip on my trainer? You got the cowboy hat and everything, you know? Got them horses in the back. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Nah, this was a really fun first game. I think Baxcalibur the Slowking definitely messed me up more. But this wasn't too bad either. I think Thunderbolt just fucking destroys us, obviously. 51 to 61.5, 186 max? Really? Alright, shit, fuck it, why not? I didn't count for Modest, even though I'm pretty sure we know he's Modest, but it's all good. Good job, Darkrai. I'm pretty sure he's Modest because we outpace him, but I should have counted for Modest. I think there might have been a chance to kill, but we lived anyway, so it didn't matter. And they are Kebia Berry, okay. Well, they killed Darkrai. Well, we get the poison, so that's nice. Yep, they hit this time. Hey, that's a good bring. That's a good solid bring for them. Because I'm sure that if I was Nasty Plot or something, this would have been worse. They would have been worse off for it. Do I just give Espathra to kill? Nah, we just give Azu, because Azu only has the one kill. Let's give him the other one. GG to Jakib and their Baltimore Bergmites. Your Backs to the Future start their season 1-0. And you know me, man. That was a good game by them, obviously. Check out the coaches in the description for the PDL down below. Think of the Cherry, Sandy, Pat Mac, I said Sandy already, Ben, Pokebaldi, and anybody else who's in my front office that I forgot to mention. Shout out to my channel members, shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, type shit. In week 2 of the PDL, I don't know who we play, but we're going to give them a good fight. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, though, because, you know, I have all this time right now. Your Back to the Future play Kirito, Kirito, I think that's the name, and the Orlando Muse. They have a very interesting draft. They have the Terra Raging Bolt and Terra Sceptile. I think Raging Bolt is Dragon Fairy Steel and Sceptile is Grass Flying Rock. They also have Quaquaval, Jirachi, Ceruledge, Weezingowler, Mamoswine. I think they just got rid of the Dunsparce for Blissey, Zoroark, and Volbeat. This seems like it's going to be one of those games where status is going to be a thing and we need to make sure we put up some hazards, but we'll talk more about that in the week 2 video. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.